Welcome back, everybody. We have a very special guest joining us here this morning. Tim Brand, international nonprofit leader and the founder of Many Hands for Haiti, and a good friend.
Yes, good morning, Michelle. It's great to be here.
Calls Pella home, and let's talk about, for those who aren't familiar with Many Hands for Haiti, because not only are you helping people here locally, but also globally.
Yeah.
So kind of explain what that is for everybody.
Yeah, so we're an Iowa-based nonprofit, which a lot of people don't know, but we have an international impact with our work down in Pion, Haiti. It's been going on for 11 years, and we do just a variety of things to go and transform lives in the family. We really strengthen the family. Caregivers, children, handicapped, those that are living on less than $1.27 a day is our focus down in Haiti. But in turn, we also do the same thing back in our local communities, and we have thrift stores both in Grimes, Iowa, and in Spencer, Iowa, that in turn generates income and serves our needs right in our backyard, and then we in turn give those to local nonprofits in our own state to go and do the same type of impact.
Talk about maybe some of the differences Many Hands for Haiti as an organization and what the work that you do down there compared to some of the other mission work.
So we've really tried to go back to root causes. What people don't understand is that in Haiti, right now, over 28% of the children are stunted. And once you're stunted, that means you will never, ever develop your brain cognitively to where it needs to be. It won't develop and catch back up later in life. Physically, you're stunted as well. And a lot of that comes back to how was those first 1,000 days of life, how is that happening within that child? And so one of the best stories I love to tell that just highlights what we do is we have a little boy named Jerry and his grandmother named Louisa. And Louisa and Jerry came to us when he was less than 1 year old. He had red hair, malnutrition, she didn't have a job, their home was falling apart. And today, 4 years later, Jerry is in preschool. He's going to be graduating from kindergarten this year. He is on a great track. He is above the malnutrition line. And mom has a job. She has a glow to her. They have a new home that's rebuilt. And she has doubled her income since she started to be with us.
Wow.
And he's going to go to first grade next year, and Louisa's going to pay for it. Louisa has the money to pay for him to go to school.
Oh, that's an incredible story. Talk about what took you to Haiti and building this there.
So I went to Haiti when I was a senior in high school in 1998. And like a lot of people, I went on a mission trip not thinking that was going to change the course of my life. And it did. It had an impact on me. But that grew over time. So over the 10 years between when we started Many Hands for Haiti in 2008 versus 1998, I was in business, and I love business. Business is my background. And I took a lot of those business principles, I applied it to what we're going to do in Haiti, and I really just got people together to share best practices so that we can go back to root causes and really create change. To create where we can take someone that's living in complete dependency and to create a path for them to go from dependency to self-sustainability, to give them the dignity to take care of their own family. And so we've been on that route. I went full-time in 2011, jumped off the deep end and went and dove into this. And on this last 8 years, it's just been quite an incredible ride of ups and downs, but it has been blessed, and we are seeing tremendous impact. And we walk with 15,000 people every year in Haiti. Wow. 15,000. I mean, we just finished our 87th home. We rebuild homes in Haiti. We have done over 900 cement floors. It's incredible when you stand back and look at that. And
you take a lot of business leaders from this community down to your campus there and talk about kind of what they experience there and then what they bring back to their leadership style and their own organizations.
So from my story as being a leader in loving business, I wanted to expose like-minded people to what we're doing. Because ultimately, I think sometimes business gets a dirty word that, well, you know, business is evil and making profit is evil. And making profit is not evil by itself. It's what you do with those profits and how you impact people is what really changes lives. And we as business leaders have the opportunity to just incredibly bless people. So I want to bring them down to expose them to something way beyond what they've seen right in their backyard. To expose them to people that are living in poverty, but not because to feel sorry for them, but to see this strength and this resiliency, and to see that people like this, you can learn from them as leaders. We can learn from anybody. And so when I get people down there and expose them to this, it really breaks their heart and gets them to see something beyond which they would get right here. And my hope is that they can take that back to their own businesses, their own communities, their own families, their own churches, whatever that is that they have impact in, and to be able to take that love, that resiliency, that community that they saw amongst our people in Haiti and go back into their own communities and go be that impact.
Yeah, and because I think a lot of times we go down there, I know because I've been down there a couple of times, and we think we're going to go there and do all the helping.
Yeah.
But in turn, they end up helping us as well in
and
some really big ways.
There is both sides of it. When we have strength within us because of where we come from and our gifts and talents, and we need to use those. But at the same time, we also have some weaknesses because of the places that we've grown up in. There's built-in blind spots that we have. Same with Haiti. There's people down there that have incredible strengths. And yes, they have a lot of economic weaknesses. But together, when we get together, I call it the teeter-totter effect. We're here, they're here. On some areas, they're here, we're here. And when you can get those two together, it balances each other out. And we're both better because of our exposure to one another.
Yeah, and you're this Friday morning, you're going to be bringing business leaders together and other members of the community. Talk about, this is the second year for this business breakfast that you started last year. Kind of why you started it and what people can expect this Friday.
So it's the Many Hands Business Breakfast. And what my goal is, and our goal as an organization, is to bring in world-class talent. So this year, the headliner is John Gordon. John Gordon is the author of 17 books. He was just rated the number 11 speaker in the world in leadership. And we're going to bring him down into Des Moines to sit with about 250 to 300 business leaders right here in our backyard to expose them to global leadership concepts, how to be love in action, how to inspire people. And again, expose them to work that we're doing, and at the same time so they can be impacted to go back in their communities, because we need leaders right here in central Iowa to go back and be impact. Our communities are begging for it. Our communities need leaders that are going to go back and use their influence and their money and their resources and their businesses to go back and change their communities. And so that's what we do.
And obviously, so we've doubled our numbers for this year's attendance, so obviously a great response from that. What were some of the biggest surprises from the event last year that you
So I think the biggest surprises is that people were blown away by what they saw. I had so many people come up to me afterwards and be like, I had no idea the impact that was happening. I mean, again, we get so much negativity in our world, and I don't think people understand how much better the world is really getting. And people, like people in our organization, people that are running business, they're doing great things. And we need to highlight that. And so I think the biggest impact was that people walked away saying, I see a community of people that are working together, and I want to be part of that. And I can go back to my business and I can go be part of that.
And you can still be a part of that this weekend
Absolutely.
Because there's still tickets available to the event. Talk about how people can get registered and find out a little bit more information about. You've got some other great local people that are going to come and be on a quick panel, and then the opportunity to hear from John Gordon. I think it's
so
incredible.
John Gordon's the keynote, but we also will have, before John speaks, a panel of local business leaders. These are CEOs of companies that have started from scratch and have really made something incredible. And so again, hearing people that can have been on this path. And at the same time, as you can go out and purchase the ticket online, I think we'll have our website up there, www.mh4h.org/BB2019. And we have limited number of tickets available, but our goal is to push over 300. We're right about 270 right now. So I would love to see 30 more people coming through that door, because this is going to be a world-class event, which doesn't happen. Last time John was here was in 2007 for a private event for Wells Fargo and their executive team. That's the type of people he normally comes and talks with. And so we are incredibly blessed to have him come and share that morning with us.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and thank you for all of the work you do here as well as there globally, and you too can get involved. Check them out online, mh4h.org, BB2091 for tickets that are still available. Thank you for joining us this morning.
As always, thank you,
Great
Michelle.
story.
Yes.
Stay tuned.